I just didn't know why my daughter was worrying so much. This was a mom that told me this last week. I wish this was something I didn't hear or we didn't hear as often, but truthfully, anxiety has been at the forefront for so many parents of growing kids, and unfortunately is starting even earlier than the teenage years. Now, while there are many avenues to help with anxiety, worry, and overwhelm, most of them start from an approach of how we can add something to the body and the brain to help it calm. I've never talked to a parent who wanted to go the medication route. Now, with so many parents looking for a natural solution, I wanted to dig in and explain the root cause of a busy brain, anxiety, and overwhelm, and how the nervous system works and how calming the signaling can lead to calmer emotions and an easier response to stress. Now, this video is for parents who know that their kids aren't experiencing life to the fullest due to anxiety and stress. And this often equates to school refusal, social isolation, angry outbursts, and oftentimes long-term demotivation and depression. You have probably heard or even tried the therapies, the supplements, and etc., right? And you want to know exactly how neurologically focused chiropractic can help. We will dig into 3 main steps: identifying the deeper cause neurologically, measuring it specifically with your child, with the state-of-the-art technology, and most importantly, develop a customized care plan that is right for them to help conquer the anxiety and these feelings. Now, please, before I dive into science, please share this with other moms and parents who need to hear this message. We are on a mission to change this trajectory that we are seeing our kids and our families, just like Haley. Haley's parents felt this exact way from the moment that Haley's mom woke up each morning. There was this sense of unease developed in her, anticipating the forthcoming morning routine. Haley's extreme anxiety about going to school only intensified with each passing moment, and often culminating to an anger and heated confrontations with her parents. And what broke her parents' heart the most was when Haley would come to them upset and explain that she didn't want to feel or act this way. And it was entirely out of her control. They found it just really unbearable that their sweet and caring girl was looked at as a problem because of her overpowering anxiety. And despite being advised that medication was the optimal course of action for Haley, even she resisted the idea, recognizing that it was not a suitable remedy for her situation. And they were at a loss until one day a family friend of theirs recommended that they look into neurologically focused chiropractic care. And they were intrigued and decided to give it a try. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about it, but let's dive into the science. So 3 steps to help kids with anxiety, worry, and overwhelm. 1 is find out the deeper cause. While many symptoms of anxiety can be triggered by an external event, internally within their brain and nervous system is where This important signal of overwhelm and worry gets stuck. Essentially, a feedback loop in the negative direction. The brain has two main operating systems: a system that deals with stress and a system that deals with recovery and rest. Our children's sympathetic nervous system is designed to activate during playtime, tests at school, sports, and things like that. And it's a good thing to have a strong sympathetic nervous system, but only for short bursts of time. If the sympathetic nervous system gets stuck, they start to respond to everything in protection, which we call this fight and flight response. This and of itself will make a child more anxious, but activating the sympathetic system deactivates this parasympathetic rest and relax and digest system. This is why anxiety is so closely linked with stomach pains and the inability to calm down for sleep. When the nervous system is stuck in a sustained sympathetic fight and flight response, it stimulates the adrenals and other stress hormone related glands to constantly put forth neurotransmitters and signals that trigger anxiety and distress. This feeling of anxiety and distress then activates the sympathetic response even further, leading to a vicious neurological cycle that we call the perfect storm. Now, number 2 is we need to measure and test to find if there is an imbalance with the nervous system and if that is the root cause. Our clinical approach is different from that of traditional medicine and therapies and begins with an in-depth case history and consultation. We will dive in with you into the known triggers of your child's anxiety. This may include any birth or physical traumas, stressful life events, and any other noxious stimuli and toxins that show up way too often in a child's life today. We really want to dive deeper into the day-to-day struggles of our patients and get to know where their struggles really show up in everyday life. From there, we utilize an incredible piece of technology that addresses the root cause of anxiety instead of just having you fill out a survey or list symptoms like most neuropsychiatric or medical exams for anxiety. These insight scans are truly remarkable as they aid in identifying and detecting the presence of subluxation and dysautonomia, allowing us to quantify the severity and pinpoint specific areas that require attention and chiropractic adjustments. This is an easy and gentle way to measure and see what is going on within that autonomic nervous system of each of ours. Which side is, really running the show? The parasympathetic, which is that rest or digest, or the sympathetic, which is our fight or flight, protective mode response. This allows us to identify and correlate patterns that play a role in anxiety and overwhelm. Now, if a child is holding these autonomic imbalances and stress in certain areas, like the upper neck, the adrenal glands, or lungs with respiration, it can be a sign that anxiety isn't just affecting the balance in the brain, but is having an impact beyond the key autonomic systems of the body that help with sleep, digestion, breath, and control, and how we feel emotionally. Now, number 3 is having our neurological data allows us to build a customized care plan. This care plan allows the nervous system to change the communication from the brain to the body, from the inside out, and how the body responds to our external events and stimuli on the outside. This neurologically based care plan measures over 10 different variables in our test to know the time it will take for the brain and the nervous system to change from the pattern it is stuck in and the frequency that is needed to support them throughout this process. Okay. Now, the top improvements that parents report to us as their children begin care here at ADIO Chiropractic are improved sleep, better mood, and emotional regulation, and more energy. Now, that right there is the perfect recipe for tackling anxiety without all the nasty side effects of drugs and medications. Now, to close this video, remember Haley, who struggled with school and routines and overwhelm. Once Haley started neurologically focused chiropractic care and they saw her insight scans, her family finally felt like the root cause of her challenges were detected and they could get her the help and support that she truly needed. They stayed consistent with her care plan, and slowly they saw their little girl coming back to them. She started playing without worry again, was less anxious and overwhelmed, and got better at communicating with her mom about how she was feeling. She was able to make it to school, only missing 2 days the entire year, and even wanted to try some after-school activities. This is the power of neurologically focused chiropractic care when we start to restore that function to the nervous system. So if your child is struggling with anxiety or any other neurological challenge, please schedule a consult. Our team and docs would love to listen and go through the steps that I outlined in this video. Now, parents today want answers that are more than just putting a bunch of symptoms together and labeling their child with anxiety. They want a deeper understanding. You want a deeper understanding of the root causes and to seek drug-free approaches to effectively care for and manage your child's anxiety. I know your ultimate goal talking with parents is for your child to flourish and function at their best, and it is ours too. And we want to help your child achieve a brighter future and enable them to enjoy life free from crippling anxiety. So reach out to us. You can give us a call at 608-824-0950, or you can text that number the word schedule, and you can schedule a consult online so that we can start to get down to the root cause and look at how we can help achieve your goals for your child and for your family.